Hi, I'm Doug Pippus from Hope for Life Christian Fellowship, and this is a bag of goalie equipment from my floor hockey program. I've been running this program for 25 plus years, and so from the months of September through the month of May every year, this bag sits in the back of my Pathfinder, and I really don't pay much attention to it. However, because of this slowdown, obviously we're not playing floor hockey, there are no gatherings anywhere, and so the bag has been sitting in my truck, and my truck has been sitting because I don't have any other appointments to go to these days. The other day I did get into it, and I noticed this funny smell. Yep, the bag. Fortunately, there's no sweaty stuff in here, but there are goal pads that get wet and goal gloves that get a little grimy, and guess what? They smell. I wouldn't have known about that smell if it wasn't for all this time I've had on my hands. And I wonder now if that's an issue in your life right now, like it is in mine. See, all this downtime can alert us to smells about things we don't like in our lives, things that we didn't even realize were there because we had no reason to realize they were there, but now we do. What do we do about that? Maybe you're finding out that your relationship with your spouse isn't all that great when you're cooped up together day after day, or your kids. Maybe there are fears that you don't think a Christian ought to have just below the surface of your life, and it's disturbing to you. Maybe there are other kinds of things. Let me give you some advice. First of all, don't be afraid of the smell. If you didn't smell this stuff, you couldn't do anything about it. You wouldn't know it was there. And so that actually is a gift of grace from God. He's pointing out things that we might need to work on. And then the second thing I want to share with you is something from the Old Testament scholar Walter Brueggemann. Brueggemann says that life can be put on this continuum where there are three fixed points, what he calls a peaceful orientation, and then a painful disorientation, and then a surprising reorientation. What he means is that, by and large, a lot of our life, we just go along. Things are going pretty well. There are no big deals happening, and we're okay. We're comfortable, and we live day to day. And then something happens that disrupts that. Some kind of tragedy, some kind of surprise, something that upsets the equilibrium. And often, it can be painful. And what was normal is no longer normal. And then eventually, God in His grace and wisdom and sovereignty brings about a surprising reorientation. We don't go back to where we were, we achieve some new level of status quo. What does that mean for us? Well, the interesting thing is that we don't tend to be passionate in that stable state. We tend to be most passionate when we're disoriented, and the Psalms reflect that. Many of the Psalms in our Bible are Psalms of painful disorientation, Israel crying out to God. I want to encourage you to do that. Israel wasn't afraid to do that. They challenged God. They argued with God. They asked God what the heck He was doing. Don't be afraid to do that with these things in your life that might be causing a bad smell. God, what's going on? What do I need to learn? How do I need to grow? One of my favorite Psalms is Psalm 5. It's a morning prayer, and just listen to the passion. Give ear to my words, O Lord. Listen to the sound of my sighing. Listen to the voice of my cry, my King and my God. For unto you I pray. You'll hear my voice in the morning. O Lord, in the morning, I lift my voice up to you, and then I wait to see what you'll do. We can't do anything about the waiting right now, but we can take that waiting and use it as an opportunity to talk to God about whatever is on our hearts and minds. I hope you'll do that.